Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the A1 Security, their part number 47. This is a set of their rocker picks. This is what it looks like when you get it. Get the black cloth tie string, which I have untied. I'm going to retie that so you get the full effect. There you go. Okay. Set of 8 picks in this, I would say vinyl pouch, and there they are. You've got 8. You've got 4 single-sided, and you've got 4 double-sided, and they are all numbered. The single-sided are 1 through 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the double-sided are C, D, E, and F. They're lettered. So here is what the number 1 looks like. You've got an aluminum handle there with this rocker pick. Very appropriate for this tool set, is appropriate for automotive applications. Okay, is where you're going to see these much larger picks. So here's your number 1, and I'll hold them up to the camera so that we can kind of get a study on what the pick itself looks like. Number 2, the number is right down here. So I'll start with showing you them all in the same orientation. That's number 2. Number 3. They certainly look similar, but it's the profile of the pick itself. Okay, and here we go with number 4. There is a link below this video to the instructions, which there's a guide from A1 called Using Rocker Picks. It'll take you 60 seconds to read. Here's your C. Okay, your double-sided is where these start, and gives you an outline or an idea in terms of how to go about using them. And while I don't make a living as a locksmith, and I really have no need to ever try to pick open a vehicle ignition switch or a door lock, the name A1 I know is synonymous with locksmithing tools, and it's because they're excellent products built for locksmiths by locksmiths is the bottom line. There's your E. The prior one was D naturally, and here's F, the last one. And obviously, again, I don't make a living as a locksmith, but you will find which rocker pick best suits your application. Not only the lock that you're working on, but your approach to it, your actual physical skill level. One pick might afford you a better end result than another, is the bottom line. And I always did gravitate towards the pick set where these specific picks, the diamond shape exactly for me, that would best, complement my what would be certainly agreeably lack of skill when it comes to picking locks. So the name A1, synonymous with locksmithing tools, as I had mentioned earlier. There is not only that link below this video to the instructions, which are packaged with the unit. This is the side I'm referring to. But also there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page, where you can pull up not only all of the A1 products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Now, there are certainly a handful of companies that manufacture very good quality locksmithing tools. What sets A1 apart for me is that every time I have asked them a technical question about their products, and maybe not necessarily the business of actually locksmithing locks, but I will ask them a question regarding their tool, how to manipulate or use the tool itself, how to continue to get useful service out of the tool, or what parts are appropriate for the tool that I'm considering. And they have always and without exception replied to every request for information, and that sets them apart, and they do so promptly. A1, if you're going to go through that catalog, here are the 2 tools I would like to draw your attention to. Obviously, the blue punch machine. That blue punch machine for cutting Schlage in my use most commonly is, while it is an expensive tool, it is a capital investment. One that I have been, my A1 tool has to be 15 years old. And the only maintenance I had to do to it is there are 2 springs that allow the ratcheting action to work while it moves the carriage over naturally, but keeping the tool itself cutting and returning the lever back to its normal position. One of those two springs fatigued after 15 years and certainly hundreds of thousands of uses. I called them up, got the springs, they told me how to do it, and I says, I need to send it back to you for repair. Well, what happened? Well, the spring broke. Oh, gosh, you don't have to send that back to us. You wouldn't want to pay us to do that. That's very easy. And while it was less than easy, I appreciated the fact that they said, you don't need to spend money to send that to us because it's going to take us 5 minutes to do this work. I'll tell you how to do it. So I appreciated that. They also have their Pack-a-Punch, the handheld tool cutting machine. It is a tool that is literally a pistol grip in your hand. You can cut your Schlage, you can cut your Kwikset and some other stuff with it as well. And while that tool has significant sticker shock, and I probably sat on that decision for a month before I ordered the tool, but I can tell you that I was incredibly, overwhelmingly impressed with not only the quality of the tool and its accuracy, but the fact that 10 years later, it still worked like the day I had bought it. And that's a hallmark of the A1 tool line. If you have any questions on the A1 47 set of rocker picks or any other A1 tool, please feel free to reach out to us. And